All right. So if you've been deep diving into this world of European furniture lately, well, there's some big news coming out of Germany
Yeah.
that you need to know about.
Yeah.
We're talking about Martin Staud GmbH,
Mm.
a
Hmm.
company that has been synonymous with high-quality, handcrafted bedroom furniture for decades.
Yeah.
But they've been facing some tough times lately, haven't they?
Yeah. It's no secret that the European furniture industry is facing a whirlwind of challenges right now.
Yeah.
Material costs are skyrocketing, supply chains are a mess, and then on top of all that,
Yeah.
consumer preferences are changing faster than ever before.
Yeah, talk about a tough landscape to be in, and it sounds like these legacy brands
Right.
like Staud are feeling the squeeze even more
Hmm.
than others. So what's the story there?
Well, traditional companies like Stout are really caught in a pincer movement.
Hmm.
On one side, you've got low-cost imports flooding the market, and then on the other, you've got the just meteoric rise of these online retailers changing the game entirely.
So German-made furniture is known for incredible quality,
Yeah.
but buyers are also craving flexibility,
Right.
good prices and quick delivery. It seems like a real tightrope walk for
Yeah.
companies like Staud to balance those demands.
Precisely, and that's what makes the recent news about them so fascinating.
Oh.
On March 10th, 2025, Martin Staud GmbH was acquired.
Wow.
And this is a really, seismic event for the German furniture industry.
Hold on. So we're not talking about a company going belly up here.
Mm.
This sounds more like a
Right.
phoenix rising from the ashes kind of story.
I think that's a perfect analogy.
Okay.
This acquisition is a chance for Staud to really hit the reset button to
Yeah.
find this new path to growth. And here's a really encouraging sign.
Okay.
The new owners have publicly committed to retaining Staud's workforce.
That's huge. Not only does that signal confidence in the company's future,
Right.
but it's a
Yeah.
massive sigh of relief for those employees.
Absolutely. I
Mm.
think this move feels like a really pivotal moment for the entire German furniture industry. It tells us that instead of fading into the background, they're adapting and evolving
Yeah.
to meet these challenges head on.
Okay, you've definitely got my attention. So what kind of shifts do you see happening in the industry as a result of this acquisition?
Well, I anticipate three key areas where we'll see significant change.
Give them to me.
First, I predict a massive push towards modernization and embracing e-commerce.
Right. Because it's 2025, everyone has a website.
Of course.
What does embracing e-commerce actually look like in this case?
Think cutting-edge strategies like partnering with influencers to showcase furniture in real-life settings, or using augmented reality and virtual reality to allow customers to visualize pieces in their own homes, that level of immersive experience, I think, can make a huge difference.
Wow, that's really next level stuff. I
I-
see how that could be a game changer in such a visual industry.
Yeah.
What's the second big shift you're anticipating?
Sustainability is going to be absolutely paramount.
Okay.
German consumers in particular are increasingly eco-conscious and demanding furniture that aligns with their values.
So we're talking about sourcing sustainable materials and adopting eco-friendly manufacturing processes.
Exactly.
But let's be honest, going green can sometimes be seen as a costly endeavor.
Yeah.
How does that play into all of this?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Sustainability isn't just about ethical practices anymore. It's becoming a savvy business strategy by integrating things like blockchain technology for supply chain transparency or AI-powered logistics to optimize efficiency. Companies can actually reduce costs and attract this growing segment of consumers who are, really prioritizing eco-friendly options.
It's amazing how those seemingly separate priorities can actually work hand in hand.
Absolutely.
All right, you mentioned three key areas.
Right.
What's the final shift you see happening in the German furniture industry?
Third shift will focus on revolutionizing supply chain efficiency.
Okay.
In recent years, the industry has been hit hard by these disruptions.
Yes.
To stay competitive, companies like Staud need to streamline their sourcing and logistics.
Yeah. And doing that while maintaining the quality and craftsmanship that German furniture is renowned for.
Right.
Can't be an easy feat.
Exactly. It's a complex puzzle, but the new ownership seems to be taking it seriously.
Okay.
They've been hinting at plans to implement AI-powered forecasting to predict these demand fluctuations and even exploring the use of 3D printing for certain components.
Okay, so we've talked about the wider implications for the German furniture industry. But let's zoom in on Staud specifically. What are the key things they need to do to capitalize on this acquisition
Right.
and really write their comeback story?
Well, based on my experience working with furniture manufacturers and buyers,
Yeah.
I see three crucial areas where Staud needs to focus.
Right.
First, they need to build a digital presence that goes beyond just a transactional website.
I'm really curious about that. What would that kind of robust digital presence look like?
Oh. Imagine this, a seamless online experience where customers can not only browse their beautiful catalog in 3D, but also schedule virtual consultations with design experts, get personalized recommendations tailored to their style, and even connect with a community of Staud enthusiasts.
Wow.
It's about creating a digital ecosystem that fosters engagement and loyalty.
That sounds incredibly impressive. It would be like stepping into a virtual Staud showroom from the comfort of your own home.
Absolutely.
All right, what's the second area they need to focus on?
This one is the real challenge, finding that sweet spot where they can offer competitive pricing without sacrificing the quality that defines German craftsmanship.
Yeah, it's a tough balancing act.
Yeah.
Lowering prices too much could risk devaluing their brand and alienating their loyal customer base.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
They need to find these innovative ways to optimize their production process without compromising on their commitment to those quality materials and those handcrafted details.
All right, 2 down, 1 to go. What's the final area where Staud needs to concentrate their efforts?
Global market expansion.
Okay.
While their home turf is Germany, there's a massive opportunity for growth in other European markets, like the UK, Poland, and the Netherlands.
So tapping into that increasing demand for European design furniture in those regions, it sounds like Staud has a real chance to make a splash on the international stage.
Absolutely. However, expanding into new markets requires careful planning and execution.
Sure.
They'll need to research each market, thoroughly understand those local consumer preferences, and adapt their marketing and distribution strategies accordingly.
This is all so fascinating, but I have to ask, why should our listener who's been, diligently researching European furniture care about all of this?
That's a great question. This isn't just some isolated business deal happening in a boardroom.
Right.
It's a reflection of the larger trends that are shaping the entire industry.
So the decision Staud makes right now could potentially have ripple effects throughout the entire European furniture landscape.
Exactly. The choices consumers make, the brands they support, the features they prioritize, it all contributes to this evolution of the furniture industry.
It's like we're all part of this intricate dance influencing and shaping the future of furniture together.
I like that analogy, and that's precisely what makes this so exciting to follow.
Yeah.
It's a constantly evolving landscape with so much potential for innovation and creativity.
We've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
We have.
We've learned about the challenges and opportunities facing the European furniture industry,
Yeah.
explored the implications of Staud's acquisition, and even glimpsed into the potential future of the company.
Absolutely. And there's so much more to delve into.
Yeah.
In the next part, we'll take a closer look at Staud's history, their iconic product lines, and how their brand identity has evolved over the years.
I'm excited to dive deeper into Staud's story. It's amazing to see how a company with such a rich heritage is adapting and evolving to stay relevant in today's ever-changing world. So we'll see you next time for part 2 of this deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
So we just talked about the huge challenges and the exciting possibilities in front of Staud, and I'm ready to hear more about their comeback journey, but first I'm curious about their history. What's the backstory of Martin Staud GmbH? What makes their furniture stand out, and how have they become so synonymous with quality?
Well, you know what's really captivating about Staud is that they've been around for over a century,
Wow.
painstakingly building this reputation for impeccable quality and craftsmanship, particularly in bedroom furniture. We're talking about solid wood construction, meticulous attention to detail, those hand-finished touches, the kind of pieces, that you pass down through generations.
So they've got that, that classic, almost heirloom quality furniture that people associate with German craftsmanship.
Yeah.
But how do they fit into today's market where trends shift so rapidly? How has Staud evolved to stay relevant amidst all of those changes?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? For a long time, Staud primarily focused on traditional timeless aesthetics. But in recent years, they've started incorporating more contemporary designs and finishes to appeal to a wider range of buyers.
So like what kind of stuff are we talking about here?
Think clean lines, minimalist silhouettes, and experimenting with materials like metal and glass.
Oh, okay.
Alongside their signature wood.
So they're striking a balance between their heritage and the ever-evolving tastes of modern consumers.
Right.
Do you think that's a successful approach in today's market?
It's a delicate dance. They've actually introduced a line called Staud next,
Okay.
featuring these more modern pieces while still offering their classic collections.
Uh-huh.
So it's a smart way to, attract a younger audience without alienating their loyal customer base who values that traditional aesthetic.
That's really clever. It's almost like a fashion house, offering both couture and ready-to-wear lines. But speaking of competition, how does Staud measure up against other European furniture brands out there? What's their position in that landscape?
Well, the European furniture market is incredibly diverse,
Sure.
ranging from, high-end luxury brands to those more affordable mass market options.
Right.
Staud has really carved out a niche in that upper middle range,
Okay.
emphasizing quality and craftsmanship, but at a premium price point.
So not exactly budget-friendly,
Right.
but not exorbitantly priced either.
Yeah.
They're playing in a space where quality and design are paramount.
Yeah.
But how do they navigate that pressure from companies that can offer furniture at much lower prices?
Yeah. That's a significant challenge for them, especially with competitors who have shifted production overseas
Right.
to cut costs.
Yeah.
But Staud seems to be betting on the enduring appeal of that Made in Germany label, which still holds a lot of weight with consumers.
It's a symbol of quality durability
Yeah.
and that meticulous craftsmanship we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But as we discussed online, retailers also present a huge challenge with their convenience and often lower pricing. So how can Staud set themselves apart in this crowded marketplace? What are their unique strengths?
Well, this is where their rich heritage and brand storytelling come into play.
Okay.
You see, they need to leverage their digital presence not just to sell furniture, but to share their story, their commitment to quality, the generations of craftsmanship that go into each piece. They need to invite customers into their world.
I love that idea, going beyond just product descriptions and showcasing the heart and soul of the company that could really resonate with buyers who are looking for something more than just a piece of furniture.
Precisely. And let's not forget about the growing demand for sustainability.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Staud has been making strides in that area, incorporating more eco-friendly materials and practices. They can really use their digital platforms to highlight those efforts and connect with consumers who prioritize those values.
Okay, we've talked about Staud's history, their market positioning, the challenges they face now. I'm really curious about these new owners. Who are they and what's their vision for the company's future?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the specific details of the acquisition are still under wraps. It's pretty standard for these kinds of deals.
So we don't yet know if it's another furniture company, a private equity firm,
Right.
or some other entity altogether.
Exactly. But there are clues we can glean from the information that has been released.
Okay.
Their commitment to retaining Staud's workforce suggests they value the company's skilled artisans and their expertise.
So they're not just buying the brand name, they're investing in the human capital that has made Staud what it is today.
Yeah, and their stated intention to expand Staud's digital presence hints at this forward-thinking approach, it seems. They recognize the importance of embracing technology and innovation to thrive in today's market.
So it sounds like they're not afraid to shake things up a bit and guide Staud into this new era. But let's face it, business decisions often boil down to the bottom line. How can Staud stay true to their commitment to quality and craftsmanship while also ensuring profitability in a market that's increasingly driven by price?
The age-old dilemma.
Right.
We talked about Staud's traditional focus on those timeless designs and premium materials. That inherently comes with higher production costs.
Right, because you're using the finest woods, employing skilled artisans who handcraft these pieces, not cutting corners.
Exactly. To boost profitability, they might need to look at streamlining certain aspects of their production process without sacrificing quality.
Do you think that's even possible? How can you become more efficient without compromising on those handcrafted details that make Staud so special?
It's certainly a challenge, but there are avenues they can explore. Maybe they can invest in advanced manufacturing technologies that improve precision and reduce waste while still allowing for those artisanal touches.
Interesting. So instead of replacing human craftsmanship altogether, technology could be used to enhance it and make the process more efficient.
Exactly. It's about finding that synergy between traditional techniques and modern technology. They might also need to reconsider their pricing strategy.
So do you think they need to lower their prices to compete?
Not necessarily across the board. Perhaps they can offer different product lines at various price points to cater to a wider range of buyers.
So you could have your top-tier collection made with the most exquisite materials, showcasing intricate hand carving and detailing, and then offer a more accessible line that still features quality craftsmanship, but perhaps uses slightly different materials or less elaborate designs.
That's a great way to think about it.
Yeah.
It allows them to appeal to this broader audience while still maintaining their core values and catering to those who are willing to invest in those heirloom quality pieces.
It's a smart way to balance tradition and innovation, catering to both their loyal customers and this new generation of design-conscious buyers. And speaking of attracting new audiences, we can't forget about the increasing importance of sustainability.
Absolutely. We talked about how that resonates with German consumers,
Yeah.
but it's a growing global trend. So how can Staud incorporate sustainability into their business model in a way that's both ethically responsible and financially viable?
That's a question I'm really eager to hear your thoughts on.
Well, they're already taking steps in the right direction by sourcing wood from sustainably managed forests
Hmm.
and using eco-friendly finishes, but they can go even further.
What else could they do? I'm fascinated by the possibilities here.
Well, they can explore using recycled or upcycled materials in their designs,
Well,
experiment with innovative biodegradable packaging, and even consider implementing a take-back program where they refurbish or recycle older Staud pieces.
wow, those are fantastic ideas. It's
It's
like creating a circular economy for furniture,
exact.
minimizing waste and environmental impact.
It's a win-win situation. Not only does it align with consumer values and enhance their brand image, but it can also unlock new revenue streams and potentially reduce costs in the long run.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about Stode's need to balance tradition with innovation, the importance of their digital presence, and how they can weave sustainability into their business model. What else should we be considering as we wrap up this part of our deep dive?
Amidst all this talk about business strategy and market trends, it's crucial to remember the human element.
Oh, yeah.
We touched upon Staud's employees and how the new ownership has pledged to retain those jobs.
Yeah, and that was really encouraging to hear. It shows a commitment to the people who make those beautiful pieces of furniture.
But it goes beyond just keeping people employed.
Right.
What about the company culture, the values that have shaped Staud over the years? How will this acquisition impact the day-to-day lives of the people who work there?
That's a crucial point. It's not just about numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about people's livelihoods and their sense of belonging.
Absolutely. And that's something we'll need to keep an eye on as the story unfolds. Will the new owners respect Staud's existing company culture, or will they try to impose their own values and ways of doing things?
It'll be fascinating to see how that dynamic plays out and how the employees themselves adapt to these changes. It's almost like a microcosm of the larger changes happening within the industry as a whole.
It really is, and it highlights the importance of considering the human side of these business decisions. It's not just about profits and market share. It's about people, their skills, their passions, and their contributions to a company's legacy.
I'm so glad you brought that up. It adds a whole new layer of complexity and intrigue to this story. And it reminds us that behind every piece of furniture, there's a team of people who poured their hearts and souls into creating it.
Exactly. And that human connection, that sense of craftsmanship and artistry is something that Staud can really leverage to connect with consumers on a deeper level.
This has been such an enlightening conversation. We've delved into Staud's rich history, explored their unique position in the market, and even pondered the potential impact of this new ownership. But I'm eager to hear your perspective on what all of this means for our listener who's been so deeply engaged in the world of European furniture.
That's a perfect segue to the final part of our deep dive, where we'll connect all of these threads back to the listener and explore how these trends and transformations might shape their own furniture choices and experiences.
Okay, so we've been on quite a journey, haven't we? I mean, we've dissected the European furniture industry. We've explored Staud's fascinating history and their unique place in that landscape, and we've even speculated about the potential impact of this new ownership. But now I want to bring it all home.
Yeah.
Connect these threads back to you, our listener.
Yeah.
So let's zoom out for a moment and look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
How does Staud's story reflect the larger trends and forces shaping the entire furniture industry?
I think what Staud is going through right now is a really good microcosm of the challenges and opportunities facing furniture companies all around the globe. It's a reflection of those shifting tides of consumer preferences,
Right.
the evolving role of technology, and the increasing awareness of sustainability.
So it's not just about one company's fate. It's about understanding the dynamics of an entire industry undergoing this period of transformation.
Precisely. And for someone like you who's clearly passionate about European furniture, understanding these dynamics can be incredibly empowering. It allows you to make more informed choices as a consumer, to recognize the value and craftsmanship behind the pieces you choose, and to be a part of this larger conversation about quality, sustainability, and design.
I love that being an informed and engaged consumer shaping the industry through our choices and preferences.
Exactly. Think about it. The brands you support, the features you prioritize, the materials you seek out, all of these decisions contribute to the evolution of this furniture landscape.
So this isn't just about picking out, a stylish sofa or a beautiful dining table. It's about understanding the stories behind those pieces, the craftsmanship that went into their creation and the values they represent.
It's about being this conscious consumer, appreciating the artistry and skill involved in furniture making, and recognizing that our choices really do have this ripple effect on the industry as a whole.
This has been an incredible deep dive, wouldn't you say?
It really has.
I mean, we've explored Staud's journey, we've analyzed industry trends, we've even pondered the future of furniture. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a final thought-provoking question to ponder.
Okay.
Imagine you're sitting across the table from Staud's new leadership team, offering your advice as a passionate advocate for European furniture.
hmm
What would be your top priority for them? What would you urge them to focus on to ensure that Staud not only survives but truly thrives in this dynamic and ever-changing market?
Oh, that's a brilliant question. It challenges us to really think critically, apply what we've learned, and envision a future where Staud continues to create, beautiful, high-quality furniture that resonates with these discerning buyers.
This is what the deep dive is all about, equipping you with the knowledge and the insights to engage with the world in a more meaningful way,
hmm
to see beyond the surface and to appreciate the complexities and nuances of industries that touch our lives.
So as you continue to explore the fascinating world of European furniture,
Yeah.
remember that you're not just this passive observer.
Right.
You're an active participant shaping the industry with every purchase you make, every conversation you have, and every piece of furniture you bring into your home.
That's such a powerful reminder. We hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, broadened your understanding, and perhaps even inspired you to see furniture in a whole new light. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep those minds engaged and those explorations going.